was your Karl König moment?
My Karl König moment. Well, I could almost write a book about that. But to say it in a sentence, I knew the picture of Karl König before I knew anything about Campbell or anthroposophy. I got a little brochure. It was about his death and his life, and to celebrate him. I didn't know what it was about, but there were nice pictures in there. And I thought, this is a special person. And I kept this brochure for a long time. And only much later did I realize this was Karl König. So it's a long story, but it was very close to me. He seemed to be someone who could maybe help me for the rest of my life.
What does the Karl König Institute mean to you?
What does it mean to me? Well, it means a lot, really, but it means that it is a means of helping Karl König's work to live into the future, because he was someone who really worked for the future. He had ideas for the future, and that is now. And I think a lot of his themes, a lot of his research could actually be a help for the future.
What is your favorite book of the Karl König Institute and why?
My favorite book, I would have to say everyone, actually, because they are so specialized, each one. That's why we have 12 different colors for our books, because it's 12 subjects. So actually, I think they belong together. It's almost as if it was one big book, you know. But nevertheless, one book I think is very special and that I would recommend people to read, and that is the book on animals, because that really gives a very deep impression of König's connection to animals, but also has a very deep meaning to it, because he shows the connection of animals to the human being, or the human being to animals, in a completely new way. And I think it's a great help to look at the animal kingdom in a new way, and to realize how dependent we are on nature, on all animals being there. And so this is a very special book, and it's lovely to read, I think. Each of the animals is described in such a way you can really experience his love for animals, and that is good for anybody, I think.
What is your role at the Karl König Institute?
My role is ever-changing, I would say, because I was the founder, and for a long time I was the only one, and doing everything myself. But since then we've built up quite a big team, and it's really exciting to be able to work together with so many people, also in different countries, with the office in America, the office in Scotland, and working with people in Scandinavia or wherever they are. And so my role is officially the CEO, which is a title, I guess, but I still see myself as the founder, and in that sense, someone who would like to pass things on to the future.
How long have you been working for the Karl König Institute?
I've been working for the Karl König Institute longer than the Karl König Institute exists. So that's an interesting question. We founded I founded the Institute in 2008, when I left the Campbell School, where I lived for 36 years, and then moved to Berlin and decided I was going to found the Karl König Institute. But it was not an official body then. It was very, it was still just an idea for the future. So 2008 was the beginning, and then the association was formed legally in 2011. So since then, really, and since then we've been building the team more and more.
Is there anything special you would like to tell us about the Karl König Institute?
Yeah, of course. I would like to say become part of it, you know, because as I say, the team is growing and taking more and more tasks on, and I think it would be great if we had more people who were involved. That's actually why we have members of the Institute also. It's not just supporters, but people who want to really do something with Carl Koenig's work. So we like to invite people to do things and write things or create something new. So that is something I would like to say to everybody. You know, I think Carl Koenig's work can touch everybody. So find how it touches you and how you think it can help into the future.
Is the Carl Koenig Institute limited to anthroposophy?
Well, that is a very interesting question because at first I would say no. I think Carl Koenig was very broad-minded. He had ideas for all sorts of things and did like to include people who had no anthroposophic background. The founding group for Campil, for instance, the Campil movement, they were all people who had no idea about anthroposophy. He formed this youth group in Vienna and taught them about anthroposophy, but that was not their background. So that's one answer. And the other answer is, in actual fact, I believe that anthroposophy is anyway as wide as you can imagine, because it encompasses everything. Being the anthroposophy, the wisdom of the human being, encompasses everything. It's a new way of seeing things, a new way of approaching things. And so, in actual fact, it does encompass everything. So, is it limited? No, I think it's not limited at all.
Thank you.